call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the SMU Mustangs, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Mustangs will get this season underway as toe meets leather. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12.
Let's go! Let's go!
Looking to fire. He's going to fire deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Looking to throw on first down. The screen, he's got wheels. Turning it on. Touchdown, SMU. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So here is the Tennessee offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun to give, looking for room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run game, opens up the play action, exactly how you want to run your offense.
Caught behind the line. It's Wilcox. Still on his feet at the 45. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. With the catch, it's Wilcox. Smashes through the tackle. All down at the 38-yard line, and a big pickup of 15 yards there.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Fires on the move. Hits the open man. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Quick completion to the right. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown ball! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target. They'll make the big play, get the touchdown.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Looking downfield on first down. Finds a man on the left. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Moves away as he feels pressure. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long, but players like that getting after him.
And the Mustangs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Pride. Snowed under by the defense. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Quarterback adapted. The throw. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
The Mustangs need to pick it up on 4th down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. And the Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Offense changing the play. Looking to throw on first down. Moving away from pressure. Got out of trouble and throws. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. What does the top 5 ranking mean for week 1? Optimism, hope? Maybe, David, an excuse for the other team's fans to rush the field if they knock you off.
Well, it means, first of all, absolutely nothing, because preseason rankings don't show up anywhere at the end of the season, but it means this team is talented. It means they're thought of highly. They got to go earn it, Jesse, and it starts today, but the talent obviously is all over the field.
The number in the preseason rankings means absolutely nothing. You saw Florida State recently start in the top 10. They won 2 games by the end of the year. So you've got to go earn it. Yes, you're talented. Yes, a lot of eyeballs are going to be watching you, and people are really excited. You've got an opportunity to do things really, really that are special this season, but you've got to earn it on the field.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Shoots it to the left. Complete on the comeback. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. The Vols will send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The Mustangs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
And a play like that, that seems routine, but it only works if the quarterback can get the ball out on time and out in front of the wide receiver. That allows the receiver to keep separation from the defender, and the ball hits him in stride.
To the ground with the back. Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 1st downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
And the Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the 1st. Well done.
Looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Running back looking for the end zone to the left. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Touchdown time in Tennessee. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry-pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Volunteers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Hand off from the shotgun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
The Mustangs have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a 1st down.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down?
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. So now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He leaves it with his back. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a fourth down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Mustangs will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, hey, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
He's going to take off. Oh, he's got some space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers.
It's so nice to be an offensive coordinator when you've got a guy that can do this. What an unbelievable job. Scrambling around, buying time, it doesn't matter. Whatever you want to call it, running a long way and scoring a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Oregon has some work to do, but go against this team at your own risk. The program who played in the first ever CFP championship is always a threat to come back. They're trailing by just 4 to Notre Dame. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pulls it in. It's Johnson.
That's one I think if the running back could have over, he would just let that ball sail out of bounds incomplete. Because he made the catch, but lost yards because of it. It wasn't an accurate throw. He'll know next time to just let that ball go.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. And they fail to hook up on third down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. The screen, and watch out. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Might be changing the route. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Starting to feel a little pressure. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got a man, it's Wilcox. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed behind the line, it's Barber. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down.
Offense facing 4th down.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Volunteers will kick it off to start the second half. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
The Mustangs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Ripping through the defense. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. I guess in this case, the scramble giveth and the scramble taketh away, and the ball was taken away.
And I'm not sure if he just didn't see an open guy downfield or if his receivers didn't do a good enough job on the scramble rule getting open. But at the end, quarterback held on to it way too long. That allowed the defense to catch up to him and create the takeaway.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. They go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got
some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee. They take the lead with the 6. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he tacks on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone, it's Prime. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Completes it in the middle. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
And the Mustangs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete. Jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
The Mustangs looking to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the 1st down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you can tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing those pads.
He'll throw on third down. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. And the Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
To the air on 2nd down. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the 1st down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. It's Cooper. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down. Takes the handoff. It's Wilcox. Stopped almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On the direct snap, it's Wilcox. Got the 1st down and more. Open space in the middle. Running inside the 20. Touchdown ball. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Oregon is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Justin Herbert had a hand in getting this kid to Eugene, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? They're trailing by 11 to Notre Dame. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got to bring the run. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
That's a bad decision by the quarterback. In that area of the field, you have got to be careful. If the guy's not wide open, you've got to throw that football away, because not only are you getting it picked off, but he's returning it now down close to your goal line and setting his offense up in great field position.
Motion from the back. He wants to throw it. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilcox. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to blow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
And again, he gets nothing. This defense is not giving up anything on the goal line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy 1st down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the line. It's Johnson. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Almost had the completion, just missed it. This should be the last play of the quarter. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll keep it on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll leave it with him. Did everything he could to discard the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football.
The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
The Mustangs can really attack on this second and short. He'll try the left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Rushes on him. And the defense is there to stop him short of the first down.
And sometimes these QBs, man, you just want them to hang in the pocket maybe just a little bit longer. It's third down. I got a little bit I got to get, and I think he pulls the football down, tries to make a play with his feet, but the defense does their job and forces the fourth down.
Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
Pick up on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Give him 114 yards rushing, and he has busted the century mark in this season opener. A first down run on the doorstep. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Now it's 2nd and goal. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
It's now 4th and goal.